most of the moms with infants will go through this. So it is about your baby or toddler waking up in the middle of the night, and what is the reasons behind it, and how can you make the toddler or baby go to sleep again. So it's very, very common. Don't think it's only your baby. It's very common, but it may differ from babies to babies. Like for example, my son, when he was in 1 year, 2 years, daily he used to get up at 4 o'clock or 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. I used to be so tired during that time. We can't even engage them. We get minimal sleep anyways, and in that also, like, this means you can understand it will be very, very difficult. And at that time I'll have to get up, give him something. Sometimes what I do is, yes, I know it's wrong, but I used to give him mobile during those times. He's 10 years old now, but when he was a year old. But my daughter, she's a sound sleeper. She never gets up in the middle of the night, and I am very, very thankful and grateful for that. But with my son, like, it was so horrible. And when my in-laws were there, my father-in-law used to come and sit with him and play at that time. If you are in a joint family, and that is a boon actually. But now in this nuclear family, and this in corona times, like, the whole day we are doing housework, and in the night also if you don't get sleep, then that is very, very terrible. I can truly understand what you're going through. So first, let us see what are the reasons the kids might be very active, or they might get up in the middle of the night. One is overtiredness. They sleep for some time, they are very tired, sometimes the legs may ache, and they may cry for that and get up. And now when we were kids, 9 o'clock the whole colony will go asleep, but now it is not like that. Even kids are awake till 12 o'clock. So that is a very, very bad thing, and we'll definitely have to change that. We need to give them a correct sleep routine. Sleep at a specific time. Even if you don't get sleep, switch off the light and lay down with your baby, because that will only give them a discipline that 9 o'clock is sleep time. They know that they're going to sleep at that time. So that might be one. And others may be like now this lightings. We have so much of very bright lightings, like those LED lamps and all those things. Those are for small babies. We would like to put the light and be there. We will be doing something else, like watching the mobile or watching the laptop or something. Please don't do like that. Put on a very soft light, and then you can work on the background, because these lights are very harsh, and it might also not allow them to sleep fully. Once the sleep cycle is very hindered or very disturbed, then they won't be interested in doing anything. Interested in sleeping. Like they'll get up, they'll sleep, they'll get up, they sleep. That will not be good. So make sure the lighting is correct, and also the bedding. Now most of you will have good beddings, but now some people put them on baby beddings. On our bed, they put another bed like those foam ones with a mosquito net, and put that. Believe me, my dad used to tell from my younger days, always use cotton beds. I realized that when I put my son on like these beds bought in baby stores, he couldn't sleep at all, because if you see, they would have sewn in, like there will be some bumps here and there. He didn't even sleep. Then what we did was, we took my mom's old saris, and we made them into big mats kind of thing. He slept in that for at least 2 years, and then we used it for my daughter also. So make sure you use only cotton soft bed for your babies, because that will also be a main reason. And sometimes they will not have eaten well, and it might be they need milk, they need to be breastfeed, so they might get up. The next one is that is most of the toddler moms would have experienced it. You would have recently stopped breastfeeding, and I can understand that is a phase that we have to outgrow of it. There is no other way, because we need to make the child know that there will be no breastfeeding. He will realize, he will feel bad, and he will feel neglected, all those things. That is a very difficult phase to manage, I can understand, but please believe it will go away, and he'll soon get over it. Some things may be due to medical reasons, for which you will have to discuss with your pediatricians. So these are the few reasons that your baby might not sleep. So now, how to make him sleep? First thing is, include some naps in the during morning time. So I can't remember all these things because my kids are grown up now and I forgot it. I'll just read it out from the notes I have taken. So for nap details for 0 to 6 months, it is going to be 2 to 3 daytime naps between 30 minutes or to 2 hours each. So that can be because small babies, they'll keep on sleeping, that does not a matter. Some babies will be sleeping only in the morning and awake throughout the night. That is something we can't do anything because each baby differs from other. Next one is for 6 to 12 months, you can take 2 naps a day lasting for 20 minutes to 2 hours, and 1 to 3 years 1 afternoon nap from 1 to 2 hours. It can range from 1 to 2 hours. 3 to 5 years, it can be a nap can be from 1 to 2 hours in the afternoon, only one nap. Make sure that you have your baby active throughout the day. Please don't give mobile, laptop or anything, because that will make them sit in one place and they'll be keeping on those radiations will affect their sleeping routine. Actually, research says that as soon as you get up and before you go to sleep, at least for 2 hours, you should not watch anything digital like TV, mobiles, laptops, anything. Even for adults, they are saying. For small babies, you can imagine. Please don't. I know this is hard time. This is everybody is at home. You have a lot of work, but please don't give that to kids, because that will distract them a lot and it will affect their sleeping routine also. So the next one is, before you sleep, 30 minutes before you sleep, make up a wind up activity. What is called a wind up activity? Not something like playing ball and making the kid more active. Something very soft, soothing. You can sing to a baby. I can't sing, so I don't do that, but we do tell them stories. You might be thinking, what will a small 6 months baby understand? Your voice is the story for them. So your voice will give them so much soothing effect to them that they will sleep on their own. That is a very good practice. Put on a soft light, make sure the bedding is right, lie down with them and tell a soft story or something, whatever you think you want to share it with your baby. I used to share whatever happened on that day with my baby. My daughter, she sleeps off whenever we put on the bed, but my son, he never sleeps. So I used to tell him whatever happened, like in a rhyming way. Appa went here, grandma came, like that and this, but he will slowly listen to that and sleep. But it varies, as I said, it varies from babies to babies. So please check what works for your baby and you can do that. The next one is, as I told before, make sure the bedding is comfortable. If you are using AC, please always use it between 24 to 26 degree, because even the AC person, he told me the same. You can put 24 to 26 degree from if you are going to sleep at 9 p.m, then from 8 p.m. you can put that. That will give a warm not warm, cool effect to the thing, but not very cold. I know South Indians, we are facing harsh climate, so we do. North Indians have if it is too cold also, the baby won't sleep. So make sure the room is in optimum temperature. That is with you only, you can do that. If it is too cold, make it warm. If it is too hot, then make it a little cool, not in the extremes of temperature. Please note that, because that is also one important thing that babies might not sleep. So please check on that. And this is one practice that everybody of you must be doing it for tiny babies. Breastfeeding will get them back to sleep, so that you can do it. And for toddlers, if they are hungry in the middle of the night, then make sure you have some healthy snack beside the table, not like some sweet sugary cakes, not like that. Some healthy fruits or something like that, you can have it. You can have it near the table and you can give them. For babies, it's ultimately breastfeeding. You can do that. So these are the points I have covered. Let me just go through one time, because handling so many accounts, sometimes I get confused. So one thing, co-sleeping, will be a good thing for babies who have interrupted sleep patterns. Like when they co-sleep with you, because we are still now co-sleeping with our kids only. They can't sleep alone. I know it's not good, but we thought let them co-sleep until they want to be alone, because anyways when they grow up they're going to be alone. So now we are co-sleeping with our kids. Co-sleeping will help them give a warmth and protected feeling when the mom and dad are nearby them. So you can start co-feeding. If you want to leave breastfeeding, then leave breastfeeding. Make sure your baby stays with your granny, grandpa, someone who gives them warmth and the protective feeling for them. So you can make sleep with them. Once he forgets the breastfeeding, then you can take him back to your cot. So co-sleeping, I'm still doing it. So I don't. Many people refrain from that, but we do and we love it actually. So you can do that also. And sometimes babies might be getting up with no reason at all. It might be like a severe pattern, like they get up, cry and do all sorts of they are very restless and all those things. Check with your pediatrician once and make sure there is no any other medical reason for that. So that is very, very important. And then sometimes the babies get up in the middle of the night and they scream and they shout and they cry. So that might be due to they would have been scared. The next day, ask them what happened the day before. What did, if they are toddlers, then it is easy. For babies, you can do breastfeeding, and then you can gently pat their feet and make them go back to sleep. Gently pat their tummy, so that if they have any indigestion problem also, it will get cured. And so for toddlers it's easy. With patiently ask them what happened. Don't get agitated, because your agitation, they will know that you're agitated and they will get more scared. So patiently ask them. It might be someone who would have hit them or something. They would have because of that they would have screamed. So generally, if a baby, if a toddler starts crying and crying for you, wait for some time. Sometimes they might go to sleep by themselves. If they don't go to sleep, then you can get up and see what is the reason. Babies might be hungry, so you can feed them. For toddlers who are hungry, you can keep bananas or some snack that is healthy. I am telling it many times. Please make sure that healthy. And many people ask me this. Even my daughter used to do that. She used to drink milk in the middle of the night. And when I left the breastfeeding, when she left the breastfeeding actually, she used to drink milk in the middle of the night. You know how tired we'll be there. We'll be sleepy. Going to this one, putting the milk in the saucepan, it's not going to happen. So make sure at what time she drinks the milk. Like my daughter, she used to drink milk at 12 o'clock in the night. She used to go to sleep at 9 o'clock. She used to get up at 12 o'clock for the milk. So what I used to do is I used to pour the milk in a flask, and a flask lukewarm, I used to pour it, and immediately when she gets up, I used to keep the flask nearby and I'll pour it and give it. Sometimes if it becomes 2 o'clock, I won't give that. If she gets up at 2 o'clock, I won't give that, because there is a chance of the milk getting sour, or that flask taste will come, which will also not be good. So just before 2 hours or 1 hour before your baby gets up, you can make the milk and keep it in a flask and you can feed them. Other than that, please don't feed biscuits, chocolates and sugary items like cakes and all those things. Bananas, fruits you can keep. Fruits you can cut and keep nearby the bedside with a bottle of water, and when they get up, you can give them that. So these are little reasons. If the sleep cycle is very, very disturbed and the baby keeps on getting up, then it's better to consult your pediatrician for that. I have covered it in a very, very concise manner, because I don't want to stretch this. If you have any doubts, please let me know your feedback, your doubts, your any queries in this comments. I'll get back to you ASP. So we are also organizing another Ask Dr. Hema session, live session this week on Saturday. If you want to ask anything live on that day, please log in. We'll let you know which hour is that. You can log in and you can ask me in the comments. I will get back to you ASP. So thank you so much for watching the video. Bye. Take care.